Hello, this is Verinon returning with part 2 of the FA walkthrough. Now, we have managed to get past Ghoul Duke, but the hardest part is still to come. This next room is filled with high aggro monsters. You will want to make sure every single one is killed before you move on. Right there is the zombie junk that you will need for some quests, and here in the back, all the way in the back corner, are the document piles for documents in darkness. If you are coming here for Ankalon, you have something very different that you need to worry about. FA has 3 minor bosses, and Ankalon herself, the final boss. So, in here is the first minor boss, Flowing Chaos. For those knights that are looking to get the armor that looks like mine, Flowing Chaos drops the shoulders. Very well. Now, there are 2 ways you can kill this boss. If you have a couple scouts or a mage in your party, you might want to think about kiting. Kiting is only for those who are probably about level 30 or higher. Kiting means you run all around the circular area, making sure Flowing Chaos does not hit you. Now, the other way is the most straightforward way, involving a tank, such as myself, with the priest healing, backup, and mages and rogues help with DPS. So, the fight begins. Flowing Chaos has a few AoE attacks that you might need to worry about, and some pretty nasty stamina attacks as well. So, you might want to have even a second priest ready with Cleanse, if you so wish. As you can see, he has used something called Horror upon me, causing me to run around in fright. This becomes pretty much a knight's worst nightmare. This forces the priest to have to either follow him, or if close enough, can continue to heal. However, the knight cannot pull aggro while he is horrored, which means all DPS should immediately stop while horror is going on with the knight. Shadow Blocker. One of the better shields you get from FA, Shadow Blocker, is pretty good for a low-level shield. But because I'm high level, I won't bother with it. You might want to think about also picking up those white gears, if only to sell to NPCs for maybe a few coins or so. So we continue back out here and go to the next room. The next room opens up into the hallway that could also be considered to be a true entryway. Now, if you are coming here with an entire party, you will want to take out every mob in this room. I will tell you why with each of the bosses. That large door in the back there requires you to defeat all 3 minor bosses before you can go in. That is where you defeat Ankalon, the boss of this instance. Now, this right room heads to a boss called Cruel Eater. For those knights that are looking for my set, the Puppet Helm, the helm of the set, comes from here. And the left room heads to Hollow Shell, the mage boss. I hate Hollow Shell because he does two major things to the entire party. He is a massive area of effect attack, as you can see him casting now, that does 180 damage, no matter your defense, to everybody around him. This move, however, can be silenced, and should be silenced whenever and all possible. When he says, "Horde spirits, show yourselves," that is when you will start to realize, uh-oh, he's summoning ads. As you can tell, zombies have appeared to help him. Get used to ads appearing, because Hollow Shell doesn't summon even half as many ads as Ankelon herself does. So your entire party should be focused on clearing out the ads when they appear, and the tank should try to focus on Hollow Shell to make sure that Hollow Shell does not remove his attention from the tank itself. Another way you can do this is to pull Hollow Shell out into that room, which I told you should clear, by turning around and having your tank go in, hit him once, and run back out in the hall. Most of the time, this causes his ads to spawn inside this room and not give you any trouble at all. Like I said, Hollow Shell is one of my least favorite of the three minor bosses. He, however, is very weak to most physical attacks, being a mage, so rogues should have an easy time with him. See, even me, level 53, I still take considerable damage soloing him. So, you will want to party for Hollow Shell. Unlike most bosses, his ads do not automatically kill themselves when the boss disappears. Take this into account. My, look what is dropped here. Purple items are very rare. They're considered to be epic drops. This drops maybe once every 20-30 kills, if that. I might be able to use the stats for my allies in my guild. So, I came in with a partially full pack, which is a major mistake, as you can see. Make sure that your tank, I do not know how these keys is how they are called, but these magic seals, you get one from each boss. They're pretty much recognition of you beating the boss, and they're the things that open up the door.